Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back again, and as you can see, I've got a fair bit done on this. So I finished colouring it in, and I've attached one side. This side I've made like that, as that, and I'll show you the bits and pieces. When I was painting before, when you notice my little this thing, it had all this pink in there, and it spilt, and that's why it's a little bit darker here, because I had to try and cover it up. Like, it spilt the pink here and here on the bottom. I'm like, oh no. So I had to make it a little bit darker in places to try and cover up that. But I love how it is looking. So I use this beautiful vintage eiderdown fabric on the outside, and I was wanting to go pastel, but this seemed to go really well. So that's going to go along here. And it's quite mathematical, and it seems really weird, but by the time you get another piece, where are we? You know, another piece of fabric along that side, that'll be all that width. So this is this part here, and then that one will go on there like that. And then I've got these ones I haven't worked on yet. They're in the corners of the family and the coming home. Family, that goes above. And the quilt's in the middle. Where's my other little guy? Oh, isn't it cute? I love it. It looks really cute. The cafe and that one. So, like I said in previous video, I want to try and figure out how to make like a little star. If I don't do that, I might make a log cabin. But I've still got plenty of this fabric, which ends up being like 1/4 of an inch around, and I think I may do that and then do like a log cabin. I've got other fabrics that I want to use that go really well. That goes quite well with the blues and the pinks, and this is like a sort of a tilde fabric that goes quite well. So, and then I've got some more of this, which I could possibly use as the little triangle points to make the star. So yeah, we'll just see how we go with it all. So for now, I thought I'd just show you my coloured in pieces. So I've just done the basic. Yeah, made quite a few mistakes and got the white Inktense pencils on that. So I used my Inktense pencils and that Lindy's Flat Magicals. So I'll show you. He's so cute. That one, where I got this one. And I tried to use, I've got these 4 colours, like the green, pink, that colour, and then I got to come up with the yellow. Tried to use all those colours in the one, and then some of them I had to use extra bits and pieces. So they are the background. The cat, she sort of turned out a bit gingery, but I'm going to make it a little bit darker. She's more tabby, and she's got white at the front, and I sort of made her up to be more like my little cat. So tried to put the colours in, like the family one too. See, I'm thinking, where do I put the yellow? So I just sort of did the background a little bit in that sort of lighter yellow colour. And then got this one, the bird. The white around there is where it's bled, so I just went in with the white. What is it? The Inktense. It has got a white. So so this is just the basic. I love that. I like the sort of like the blue and white type of jugs, and I really love how that's turned out. So I'm going to start doing some stitching today. I've got some colours picked out, and by the time you see this, it'll be in May, but I'm filming this in March, and I'm going away this coming weekend, so I'll take it with me and do some stitching in the background. Yeah, so I've just got to figure out, so mathematical, trying to figure out, you know, like it's like I said, quilt as I go, to try and figure out the layout for this piece. Okay, now I'll just sit down and grab this and have a sip of my coffee. I've got stuff everywhere. These are some of the colours I've chosen. There we go. These bits and pieces are over there. When I was cutting out all the bits and pieces, that was on one of them. I think this tiny little bird, it's so cute. I might put that in my my garden thing. I think it was part of the brand, so that'll probably go in my garden. Now, what to do. So I was thinking, just to sort of, I want to tone this down. I might get this thread, and I'm just going to do like a lot of it's going to be back stitch. I'll just do a couple of, you know, sprigs of grass and all that kind of stuff. Got a couple of different colour pinks. I was going to suss out whether I do those little pinwheels or just stitch around and then maybe stitch in the middle, which I might do. That darker colour, because I used that the Lindy's Magicals, and then I went with that darker fuchsia. Where are we? No, this one, I think. Yeah. And so I just sort of, while it was wet, sort of went over it, and that gave it that really nice sort of dark shading colour, which is good. Really love how it has turned out. All the other birds which I've got in there are this colour, and I wanted to have blue birds, but so I just did the Irish, blue Irish colour, and then seaside. So I combined them together so that they still be blue. Okay, now pin cushion that has got all my needles in it. So take that out. I've picked this colour, but I really do like that colour too. I'm trying to stick with the colours that are in here. I'm going to, I do really like that. I'm just wondering whether I have them as the centre. These actually remind me of the hollyhocks that I've got on here. Ugh. There, see, and they're done with pinwheels, and so they've got, oh, there, so the yellow in the middle. Okay. Okay. Getting there with this, the prompt. I think that is probably the best colour. And then I was going to do a yellow in the middle, and so I've got a variegated yellow. Maybe I try a brighter yellow. That is pretty bright, but I think that might work. Okay, half the trouble is, okay, I am going to do, so hard to know what to do. I want to try some of the pink. Okay, need my scissors, which are over here. I did quite a bit of machine sewing, so I think I might just do the outside of it, because if I did that hollyhock look, you won't see the colour. And I've done the painting, which is part of the artistic part of it. Really love how it's turned out. It's really good. I'm hoping this will dull down a bit. So annoyed I went, oh! I mean, it was such a bright pink to be able to put that on the top. Oh my goodness, it was bright. So there we go. Now I'll just try. I think I'm probably just going to do maybe probably going to be a lot of back stitching around the outside of this, and then I'll do a what's the name in the middle of it. I think this one's going to be the most work, because it's the biggest, but the other ones, you know, it's probably going to be a lot of back stitching, like running stitch, yeah, just back stitching, or even some stem stitching some of the things, just to give it a bit of dimension. Doing it on an odd angle because you don't want to be forever turning it around. I might go in a bit, zoom it in. There we go. Just so we're in a little bit. I attached this, and then I thought, oh, I'm not going to attach the other one because it's going to make it too big to handle. There we go. Just going to be behind the scenes project. Put it there. I'll just probably do a couple of these, and then I'm going to do some satin stitch in the centres of them, I think. And I like how it's not perfectly round, because they aren't. So you, when you do these, you do a lot of the work in the painting. That way you don't have to do as much stitching, like not as much fill-in stitching. It's just basically highlighting stitching, which is good. Okay. And we go along here, go over to this one, and start here. I think once I do a bit of green around the leaves, it might hide some of that pink spillage, but oh well, not a deal breaker. You've got to do what you had to do. I'm just so glad it didn't completely empty the whole thing. It just left splotches. But of all the colours, I mean, if it was green it wouldn't have been so bad, but that bright pink, pretty bright. Okay. So when it comes time to do quilting on this piece, as in like to attach it, you know, you gotta, I am going to probably hand quilt. So I might go around the edge and then I'll go around here. So I'm just going to do hand quilting and then machine stitch the binding. So I was contemplating whether I do this part with the backing on it as well. That's why I started stitching it, but I thought it's so much easier just to have the smaller bits to handle rather than having to do all these really big bits. Okay, we'll go down and out. Okay. Hopefully we're still in camera. I just want to utilise the bit of the colour that I've got, so I'll keep stitching until that's done. I did this similar technique in, not technique, well, stitching in the gardeners one when we did the wildflowers, which is the first prompt. I just picked a really nice fabric and stitched around them, whereas this is one that I've coloured in myself. It does look really nice when you highlight around the outside. I'm going to do stem stitch on the actual stems. I find stem stitch to go a little faster. Don't know why. Constantly turning. So yeah, by the time you see this video, I may be in England probably. I'm looking forward to going to England just as much as I am to France. I'm going to be there longer, staying with my brother, and it's spring, so it will be lovely. And just a reminder too that I am going to be away for the whole month of May. So if you are putting any orders in, I've educated my husband as best as possible on my website. But yeah, it's more him trying to find the bits and pieces of, you know, like where my things are. I've got my little shelf and bits and pieces where I put all my stock and stuff for my website and Etsy. Yeah, that's probably enough there to do one of the smaller flowers, so I'll keep that. And yep, we're still in. Here you go. It really does highlight it, doesn't it? Put that there. Now I'm going to grab some of this pretty colour because it's got a bit of that yellow in there. And see how we go with that. I think it's going to look rather nice. So and on the birds it'll be a little bit more detailed because they've actually got, you know, little crosses and all that kind of stuff, so I'll do the running stitch and everything on there. Okay. Okay, quite a bright one, this one. So we'll start off in the corner. And we'll do a satin stitch. I think that will look nice. Nice contrasting colour against the pink. And a little bit better than just doing a plain old running stitch around it. It'll give it, it's probably the most filled in bit that I'm going to do in the whole lot, and as you can see I've got quite a few. Some of them don't have it, some of them I'll probably just do a French knot because they're so small, but yeah, this is going to be a good little piece to take with me when I go on holidays and bits and pieces, because this bit here will take a bit of a while, I think. Okay, then we'll go over, save me having to, oh that looks pretty, and then we go you have to be careful when you do this not to pull too tight. You don't want it to you know, gather too tight, because it is only you know, like calico fabric, so if you pull too tight it'll pucker up. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, and then the middle one. There we go. Oh yeah, that's going to look gorgeous. And then we go up and through. Right. Do it this way. I mean, it does get done pretty quick when you sit here and watch me stitch it. I think going not too bad. I'm glad I'm actually making something, because these pieces have been sitting there for a little while, and you know, I saw it and I saw this beautiful quilt that had been made, and then you know, all 17 of the squares have gone into the scissors holders kit, and then I'm using the rest, and I think I've got, I think maybe another 8 pieces that like a garden themed, that I was going to make little kits and stuff out of them, which I might work on a little bit later down the track. Yeah, I like sharing what I've got. I think there might be 8 squares, but I've got to make something, and then I'll get rid of, well, not get rid of, sell off my other pieces. I think I might go over that part again. Just seems a little thinner. There we go. Cute. Okay, I'm going to go up and then come in here and just maybe just thread it out of the way for now. There you go. Oh, that looks cute. Now, I was thinking they're going to be for the, I might use that for around the leaves and the stems, and then maybe some of this for the leaves and the grass a bit later, or that one, I don't know, but I think the leaves and the stems can be done in this one. That's why when you make something like this, I enjoy using like a set of, like I've got the 4 main colours here, like in these little squares. Oh, here we go, here's a good one to show you. I've got the 4 main colours here, but then, you know, around this one I've got to go do black, and I've got a bit of brown and all that kind of stuff. So you stick to it and it's going to have a cohesiveness to it. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks so good with that. Like I tried other ones and I had a lighter pink, but I'm like, nah, needs that darker pink to sort of bring it out. And it's just going to look so pretty. I'm glad I put that yellow in there actually. So what we're going to do here, this seems to be a thinner pearl cotton. So maybe it's a 12, it just seems a lot thinner. So I'm going to do a stem stitch. And I think the reason why I think stem stitch goes faster is because you can, I don't know, you don't have to sort of go up and down through the fabric. You just sort of do it from the front. Okay, I'm going to try. The ironic thing is when you do stem stitch, it looks like back stitch from the back, and when you do back stitch, it looks like stem stitch on the back. I'm going to just go through here so we haven't got all these as much thread going all over the place. Okay, and oh, went the wrong way. The stem is not that way, it is the other way. Okay. Nope. Not that it makes any difference really. Me just being, see, old habits die hard, being a little miss perfectionist. Okay. I actually might go around. Might do the flower, so that's got to go back stitch, I suppose. Since I'm here, yeah, that looks good. That makes it stand out, you know, from the background a little bit, and you can see the difference in the colour because it's green on green. Probably made it a little small. Oh well. Yes, as you can see, I'm going to have my work cut out for me, but it is a not a real, you know, sort of work, but it's not, because you enjoy doing it. Move that over. Okay. Okay. That is going to go back down there. And then we are going to start here, doing the stem stitch again. Usually don't like to make them too big because they can become gappy. Looking good. And then do that last one down. Come back through. It's quite a bit thinner, this thread. I don't know why, but it is. I'm just going to go across. There we go. I like that. Cute. Bring that up. And that's where we have it. I really like it. It's going to be quite, give it 3D, and it goes really well with the thing on that. So there you have it, guys. So I'll be stitching in the background, doing all sorts of stuff. I really love it. I mean, it looks so pretty as is, but you know, once you highlight it, it really stands out. I think that's going to look rather gorgeous. And then I'll come in with probably this darker one around the birdhouse to sort of highlight those pieces. That's really cool. I like it. Okay, whereas these ones, these little guys, are going to be a lot smaller to do, and that's why I thought I'll keep them like this. And I might even you know, I'll stitch the centerpiece around that and then work on these. So okay, I didn't make that size, but I had to do this first so I knew what size they were going to be. So it's a real I'll have a good quilt design when I'm finished. But okay guys, well thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next part of this, which is probably going to be towards the end of May. And yeah, and I'll catch you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.